white flag will come out this time by. There's a white flag.
And that's Hunter Ray.
There's the leader, Will Power. And he has pulled out a comfortable lead on Ryan Hunter-Reay.
Yep, Hunter-Reay, he can't get that done now.
So, Robbie, what you're saying, this is the comeback story. You got Will Power, who's coming back from that back injury. You just started talking about Vitor Meira, who's going to hopefully hit the podium here running in third. Wow, what a great way for these guys to come back and have great runs.
It's incredible. It just shows you mentally what these athletes are all about, to go through the type of actions they had and can't come back and not be competitive, be on the podium in a position to be there, win the race.
Will Power just turned in the fastest lap of the race.
And he's on Firestone Blacks, guys.
Yep.
He's not even on the softer red compounds. That's flexing your muscle.
What an incredibly competitive and fun race this has been. Not so for those involved in that first turn incident, but boy, we have seen some great races. A good start to the 2010 IZOD IndyCar Series. To Will Power and the entire Team Penske crew, we say, Ben Fatio, well done. They have thrown down the early gauntlet as the team to beat in 2010 by winning the Sao Paulo Indy 300. Will Power wins over Ryan Hunter-Reay and Vitor Meira.
There you see all four cars as the white flag comes out. 1 lap remaining for Will Power to make it 2 in a row and to make another statement that, boys, you're going to have to deal with me on the road and street courses if you want to go for the championship. Briscoe used another push to pass to hold off Elio.
And the next place that he will use one will probably be down the side straight or on the front stretch coming out of the last turn.
And look at the freight train now closing on Alex Tagliani. He is in 6th. There's Danica running in 7th. Rahal taking a peek underneath. Can't get it done on Rafa Matos. Then Tony Kanaan is behind Rahal. We can tell you that Danica Patrick has burned the final push to pass. So she's on her own from here on out. And those red tires have lost a lot of their grip. Meanwhile, here comes Will Power into turns 13 and 14 for Team Penske. Will Power is going to come home, back-to-back wins, his 3rd win in the IZOD.
Nice job, Mr. Power, nice job. He won.
Watch for the pass for 3rd, maybe? No.
Good job, guys.
Does he get him? No. They come across the line with Briscoe holding off Keston Evans.
White flag is coming out. 1 more lap to go. There's Dario back in 3rd position, and Will Power right behind him.
Yeah, there's the podium spot right there. This is, I think, the battle, and he can do it. It's going to play out.
Yep. Okay, this is where we've seen all the passes. He should stay to the left.
He's on the overtake. Both are on the overtake.
Oh, looking to the inside in 5.
That might have been his last chance.
I don't know, with the traffic in front of him, it may just, you know, Franchitti just may have to dump the throttle once and then he can get in there.
All right, it looks like that the win streak is broken. He has just a few more feet to go through turns 11 and 12. Will Power's streak and 2 wins in a row is over. Elio Castroneves, through largely pit strategy, wins the Indy Grand Prix of Alabama here at Barber Motorsports Park. Don't forget, he goes for his 4th win at Indianapolis in May. And here is Will Power. There it is. Ryan Hunter-Reay has 1.968 miles to go for a victory.
And that is Justin Wilson that we saw come off the hairpin behind him, so there's no lap cars between them, but there sure is a lot of distance.
There's Becky. Past the fountain for the final time. Look at the smile on Becky's face. What an afternoon for Ryan Hunter-Reay, whose only other win came at Watkins Glen in 2008.
It's great to see this all come together. I mean, as you said, they're saying they're having fun, they're confident, they're making changes. He's like, if I could have picked any changes to improve it, that made it better.
About a half a lap to go now for Ryan Hunter-Reay. He was second in the opening event in Brazil this year. And we knew at that point that he was looking at probably a great season. He will not be denied as he adds his name to the list of great drivers who have won here. And as Jan said, he talked in our pre-race show about how he thinks about his mom when he comes to Long Beach. His mom passed away during the winter months. For her, he wins the Toyota Grand Prix of Long Beach. Ryan Hunter-Reay in victory lane again.
White flag will be out this time by. Dixon sees it, and look at the gap that he's got. All he has to do is stay clean.
Yeah, but watch Tony right now. He's got the speed. He's going high, he's going low, and Franchitti leaves that low line open just a little bit.
Some lap traffic in front of him.
He closes it.
That's Danica Patrick trying to go down low, but there's no place for Kanaan to go. Here comes your race winner. 2 years in a row it's going to be Scott Dixon in second as they come across. It's Dario Franchitti, followed by Kanaan closely, and then Elio Castroneves and Ryan Hunter-Reay and Ryan Briscoe. That is your top 6 here at Kansas. All right, let's catch our breath, Vince. Coming by the next time, it will be the white flag here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Everyone in the grandstands are on their feet. Can he make it? Can he make it? 2.5 more miles. Weldon is 3 seconds behind. There's Weldon at the top of your screen. He's letting everybody go by. He's doing everything he can to save fuel. And Weldon, can he close? It's 3.6 seconds as they head through one. Oh, we've got a crash. Oh, a wicked crash involving 2 cars at least.
He's won it.
He's going to win it.
Franchitti has won it.
Ryan Hunter-Reay involved in this.
Take the warm-up lane.
I could not see who else was involved from our angle. If he can make it to the stripe, and they told him to take the warm-up lane.
The RL guy up here to take the warm-up lane.
So he is already in the warm-up lane.
Come back onto the track there.
45 years ago, his idol, Jimmy Clark, won his one and only Indy 500. And oh my, what a mess in that corner. There's his wife. Today, Dario will pass his childhood hero and win his second Indianapolis 500 as he is able to coast across if he has to now. And Dan Weldon, for the 2nd year in a row, will finish second right behind him.
Wow, when Briscoe needed to, he showed some muscle because Danica and her crew did a fantastic job at seizing the moment, getting ahead of Briscoe, and he had to steal it from her. Yeah. She took the track position and made him earn it. Unfortunately, just don't quite have the speed to stay with Briscoe.
And we heard that report that she was good at the beginning of stints, and that was the chance. So 1 to go for Briscoe.
1 more to go, and the race will be over. Danica Patrick is pedaling as hard as she can, but it's not going to be to much avail if Ryan Briscoe can hang together for 1/2 lap. Ryan Briscoe crashed last week at the Indianapolis 500. He came so close last year. Tonight he started from pole and wasn't denied. His 7th career win in the Eyes on IndyCar Series. Ryan Briscoe wins for the first time this year. He last won at Richmond in 2008, 34 races ago, and he'll come down and get the white flag. 1 more lap to go for Tony Kanaan. He has gone from the turn to wall. The 3 races that he has been here, crashed out, but not today. He's going to victory lane. Tony Kanaan wins the Iowa Corn Indy 250 presented by Pioneer.
Oh, right over on the curbing. Here is an opportunity for Briscoe. Franchitti had a mistake in his back end, sliding around. Get the draft, dive on the inside. Will he get that done? Only one lap left to go.
He's got the momentum on the white flag lap going, and he's got the position going in, and he's going to take the position away from Dario Franchitti. So the bob will cost him dearly. Briscoe using that push to pass. So is Franchitti. And now it's a matter of, could it be a Penske 1-2 sweep? One minor mistake has cost Franchitti second position. Tony Kanaan is being forced to pit, splash and go. That's going to knock him.
And a stall.
And he stalled the car through the bus stop chicane while all that continues. Franchitti doesn't look like he's going to be able to catch back up. The last time Roger Penske won here at the Glen was 1981. And the man behind the wheel was Rick Mears. Today, it looks like it's going to be a 1-2 finish for Team Penske. Will Power and Ryan Briscoe.
And Will Power starting from the pole. Remember, no one's actually won this event here from the pole, so this will get that voodoo doll that he talked about and break that streak.
Through turn 8 for the last time. All he has to do is stay clean. Franchitti has given up. He knows he can't do any more about it. Through turn 10. He'll have to settle for third. Power checks the mirrors. Now through turn 10. Power heading for turn 11. It will be his third win of the season. The only multiple winner in 2010 on the series. And the jinx is over for Team Penske. They win at the Glen.
Checkered flag. Good job there, Sunshine. You're going to...
White flag is now out for Will Power. He has been spectacular this year on the road and street courses. Won the first two right out of the box. Added Watkins Glen just 2 weeks ago, and here he is with the push to pass, hammered down again.
And this wasn't a gift. It's not like Justin Wilson had a mistake. He got past Justin Wilson on the restart and made Justin Wilson drive too hard into turn 8 and caused Justin Wilson to make a mistake. He took advantage of the restart. He's got himself up in front.
Ryan Hunter-Reay looking for another podium finish. Remember, he was our winner at Long Beach. Dario Franchitti, the man that he is chasing, of course, the winner at this year's Indianapolis 500. 7 different winners in 9 races. There were only 6 winners in all of 2009. But boy, the guy who has been the best has been up front today when it counts. Coming out of the last turn, Will Power is going to pick up his 8th career open wheel win and 4th of the season here at Toronto.
Scott Dixon is the leader of this race. They are going to penalize Elio for blocking. Jack.
Fellas, at the drivers' meeting, what Brian Barnhart explained to all the drivers, entering a corner, you have to declare one lane or the other. The outside lane or the inside lane. That's what Elio Castroneves did. But then he changed lanes. That's why he's being given that penalty. That's the only way Brian says he's able to determine if someone is trying to overtly block. Leader be damned. Remember it happened to Elio at Detroit a couple of years ago with Justin Wilson?
Well, Jack, at a restart, he picked the right, and he stayed right. As far as I'm concerned, he stayed right.
Maybe we don't know what those defined lanes are when we're talking the big footprint of tarmac there being a runway. I don't know.
We're on the last lap, and Scott Dixon is the leader.
If I'm Castroneves, I stay out, and I argue after.
Yeah.
They will stop scoring you after, I think it's 2 laps, so maybe he can get to the checkered before they stop scoring him, and then he can.
Yeah, well, whatever. Right now, he's going to be coming to the checkered flag anyhow.
I mean, he still is leading because he hasn't served his penalty. I mean, they may take it away with another penalty, but he still is the leader physically on the track until they stop scoring him. They wanted to take it away with a drive-through, but he hasn't given it yet.
Yeah, and he's coming to the checkered flag right now.
Here comes
and he's
the
going to take the checkered flag on the racetrack.
Elio will take it first, but did Scott Dixon win the race? Oh, man, what an afternoon of racing. Here they come off the 13th corner, and the white flag waves. One more lap to go on this 2.25-mile Mid-Ohio Circuit. And Franchitti now stretches it out just a little bit. We'll see what Power is able to do here in one of the prime passing zones. Nothing.
Breaking there, but you know he's going to go the overtake button.
And Power goes to it first. They both get a little bit in the dirt. Franchitti has yet to use his.
Power's
Now
not close enough. He's not close enough to draft up.
And that is just about it as far as passing opportunities are concerned, but who knows?
You still stay right there. Keep pressing.
Keep in mind, Franchitti is out of overtakes. Will's got one with a recycle. Give him enough time to use it.
Yep. Well, not since the Indianapolis 500 in May has he visited victory lane. But today, Dario Franchitti tightens the point race just slightly, but nevertheless, it's a win in the Honda Indy 200 at Mid-Ohio.
The only thing he's worried about right now is that white Newman Haas entry ahead of him, Hideki Muto. He knows he's only got a couple to go, and he says, if I can get by him cleanly, I'll be okay. And Dixon, in the meantime, is saying, come on, Hideki, come on.
The white flag
Sato comes out.
One more tour of the 2.3-mile course for Will Power.
Sato lost a little bit of ground as,
Not Sato. Dixon did, with Sato coming right out of the pit. He just lost about another car length, but a car length just is that much more cushion when Will kind of looks back behind him. Okay.
Yeah, Hideki just pulled over, let him go.
Did the right thing.
That's what great sportsmanship.
But Scott has an even bigger chore now in the last half lap. And a car stopped in turn 11. Local yellow only in that area. That is the 36 car of Francesco Draconi. And here is Will Power up through the S's now.
He does have a spotter, so they'll be telling him what's happening down there. The good news is local yellow means no passing, which is the final race.
And you got 9. There's turn 10. Now that's setting you up for 11.
Well, a year ago, he left this facility on a stretcher, and he himself admitted he didn't know whether his career would continue. But from the stretcher last year to victory lane this year at Sonoma, Will Power wins his 5th event of the year. Here's the white flag. We got one more lap to go at Chicagoland.
Wow, the point swing here with Franchitti in the lead and Power having to fuel.
And it's not over. Here comes Weldon.
Dan Weldon, as we mentioned, finished second in Indianapolis. That's where he's running now. Marco Andretti looks to the high side. They come off of corner number 4. Let's see who wins it. It's going to be Dario Franchitti winning with Dan Weldon second and Marco Andretti third. Here is the white flag. One more lap to go.
Robbie, you called it that. Before they ever rolled off, Robbie said, I have a feeling that Castroneves is going to roll the dice.
Wow. Quite a race in terms of strategy and racing on the track. Patience, experience, and fuel strategy pay off as Helio Castroneves records another victory in the 200th IZOD IndyCar Series race. It happens at Kentucky Speedway. And now, there's Tim Cindric. Helio wins. Here is Helio. White flag, one more lap to go. Here comes second and third. Dario is 4.7 seconds behind. And Will Power has Dario where he wants him.
So Charles Burns could be looking for a big hug from Helio again.
Yeah, that's right. Well, fuel strategy helped him win in Kentucky. Today it was sheer speed and skill as Helio Castroneves wins the Indy Japan 300 at Twin Ring Motegi. Danica to the inside of TK now as the white flag comes out for Scott Dixon. 1.5 miles to go. And look at these two continue to go hammer and tong.
Hardball. They're playing. That's hardball there.
Dario also less than a mile and a half away from his championship. Scott Dixon started the evening perhaps as a wingman for Dario Franchitti. He comes home as the winner of the Café do Brasil Indy 300. Finishing in second position was, I believe, Danica Patrick got Scott Dixon, Tony Kanaan. But the championship for 2010 goes to Dario Franchitti. He did what he had to do. He sat on the pole, he led the most laps, and he wins the Izod IndyCar Series championship by 5 points over Will Power.
Hey, and Marino won his championship.
Phenomenal.